The NFL offseason just delivered a stunning twist that nobody saw coming. One of the biggest trades of the year, a blockbuster deal involving star pass rusher Maxx Crosby, and has suddenly collapsed. The Baltimore Ravens were expected to land one of the league's most dominant defensive players. Everything looked set. The agreement was in place, and Crosby had even traveled to Baltimore. But at the last moment, the deal completely fell apart. If you enjoy real, no-fluff NFL updates like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Here's what happened. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Ravens had agreed on a massive trade that would send Crosby to Baltimore in exchange for 2 first-round draft picks. It was shaping up to be one of the most impactful moves of the 2026 offseason. However, the trade depended on one key step, a medical evaluation. According to reports, Baltimore backed out after reviewing Crosby's medical situation following knee surgery. The Ravens never officially confirmed details, but the decision reportedly came after the team's doctors reviewed his condition. Crosby's agent quickly pushed back on the concerns, saying the star defender is actually ahead of schedule in his recovery from meniscus surgery. So what went wrong? Around the league, several executives reportedly believed the Ravens simply got cold feet. Teams already knew Crosby would likely miss time until the summer, but Baltimore still moved forward with the agreement before suddenly reversing course. That decision is now sending shockwaves across the NFL. For the Raiders, the fallout is immediate. The team had already been operating as if Crosby was gone, spending heavily in free agency and reinforcing the defense with players like Kwity Paye, Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and Taron Johnson. But without the trade loss, Vegas suddenly loses roughly $30 million in expected salary cap flexibility. Meanwhile, the Ravens built much of their offseason strategy around acquiring Crosby. Instead of making major free agent moves, they focused mainly on smaller deals like re-signing backup quarterback Tyler Huntley and adding offensive lineman John Simpson. Now, Baltimore may have missed out on other big opportunities, and the ripple effects are already spreading across the league. Teams like the Dallas Cowboys had interest in Crosby earlier, but after the original trade agreement, they shifted direction. Dallas instead traded for pass rusher Rashawn Gary from the Green Bay Packers. The big question now is simple. Will another team take a chance on Crosby? If the medical concerns lower the asking price, several contenders could jump back into the conversation for one of the NFL's most disruptive defenders. For now, though, the situation resets. Maxx Crosby is heading back to Las Vegas, at least temporarily, and one of the NFL's biggest off-season trades has turned into one of its biggest off-season surprises.